and then just snatch them down.
Yo, mathematicians.
Today. You stretch and read at the same time?
Yeah. So what we do is we stretch and then we go through some readings on meditation. If you have any questions or comments, you could provide it after each reading. So we're on day 114, page 64, Osho, first in the morning.
Do you mind scooting over a little bit? I'm sorry. Thank you.
Worship nature. To go into a church is to go into something man-made. Go into the forest, go to the river, go to the ocean. Then you're going to something God-made. And God is closer when you're close to His creation. To worship His creation is the only way to worship Him. He is invisible, but His creation is visible. His creation has to become the bridge. By worshiping His creation slowly you will become aware of His tremendous presence. He is present around the tree, around the rock, around a man and a woman. But first worship, because worship will help you to see the presence, the invisible presence. Then it becomes almost visible, almost tangible. You can touch it. And the moment you are able to feel it so deeply, it transforms you. You become part of it. You melt and merge with it.
Sure, how you comment on that?
Go ahead.
That is so true, because once you get to appreciate, even just appreciate everything in this creation by your Creator, even the darkness of the light. Like if you can appreciate the darkness, when you get light, you will be like so happy to get light, because everything is created by Him. Even appreciate the wind, the earth, the grass, everything, even the sun. You know, even the rain, because sometimes you need that rain, the water to fertilize your ground and your plants. You gotta learn to appreciate everything that God created, because that was the most beautiful thing He created besides woman. And when you get to appreciate life instead, when somebody takes your life and the loved one, you will know you will be missed, because you appreciate everything that He created. Like even though I appreciate the moment I'm having here in the Kun, FNK, for the last 5 years, I appreciate everything that was in here, because without Him, it won't be seafood, won't be nobody, it won't be neither one of us. So we gotta appreciate what we got, because it doesn't last forever. Sooner or later, everything that started got end. So appreciation goes a long way with me. That's what I'm getting from that.
Day 150. Existence cares for everybody. Without existence loving us, we cannot exist even for a single moment.
Okay, I'll let him out.
Seafood. Can you let him out?
Yeah, let him.
Yeah.
I got it. Go ahead.
It goes on pouring life into us. We are immensely esteemed by existence. Although we go on taking it for granted, that's where our stupidity lies. If we take it for granted, there is no gratitude. We think we deserve it. We think it is our right. In fact, we think we are not getting as much as we deserve. Hence, there's a constant undercurrent of complaint. This is the state of the irreligious man. The religious man feels gratitude, immense gratitude. Just for sheer being, he is grateful. And once you start feeling gratefulness, there are 1,001 things to feel grateful for. And the more you feel grateful, the more gifts go on arriving. Day 116. The universe is a great harmony. Everything fits with everything else. It is a tremendous miracle, so vast and immeasurable, infinite, yet everything fits with everything else, absolutely. Except for man. Man is the only black sheep in existence. And the reason man does not fit is that man has been given a great gift. The gift of consciousness. Everything else has to fit. It is just natural to fit with the universe. Man has to decide whether to be in tune or not to be in tune. And man has freedom of choice. It is a great gift, but it can be misused. It is being misused by millions of people. They choose not to be in tune with existence. They choose conflict with existence, struggle with existence. Obviously, they suffer for it. They have to suffer. You cannot fight with the whole. The whole is too vast, too big. It is like a dewdrop fighting the ocean. It is just stupid, utter stupidity, but that's what many have decided to do. The ego is just a dewdrop fighting with existence, trying to conquer the universe. Day 117. One has to live on earth as if one is living in paradise. Then one is capable of entering paradise. Those who are already in paradise will be able to enter paradise, nobody else. Those who have already tasted joy become worthy. This earth, this life is an opportunity to become so alert, so sensitive, so harmonious that you start feeling joy everywhere, that you can start feeling the dance of existence. Not only feeling it, but becoming part of the dance. You dissolve yourself into it. Beauty is natural. Ugliness is unnatural. Beauty is your self-nature, and ugliness is something foreign. That's why nobody wants to be ugly. But because of unconsciousness, everybody has to be ugly. Everybody wants to be beautiful, but not knowing how to be beautiful. People go on painting their faces, trimming their hair, trying this kind of dress or that kind of dress, dieting, and all kinds of things just to be beautiful. But they don't know that this is not going to help much. Beauty is something inner. Once it is there, discovered, it starts radiating from your body, from your mind, from everything that you consist of. But once your inner beauty is there, everything is beautified.
That is so true. Because a lot of time you run into the opposite sex, female, they look so beautiful on the outside, but when the inside is so rotten and ugly that to the point that you don't want to be around that type of person. The personality and the persona is so bad, but it's beautiful on the outside. Because a lot of times, like I said, you can see people's faces, but you can't see their heart. And a lot of times it goes for when men still, they could be your friends, hang with you, even eat with you. Because that's what they did it to Christ, Jesus Christ, in the Last Supper, and he was turning to one of his disciples. And that's why I don't trust nobody until I get to know them and talk to them. Because sometimes they portray a mask for you to see, but then in reality you can't see the real faces. And that is so true. Well, that's what we're talking about.
Day 119. If you can sing a little, if you can share one's joy a little, if you can express one's being a little, that's enough. In fact, more than enough. We are very miserly. We don't share. This is the greatest calamity that can happen to any man, and it has happened to the whole of humanity. We are brought up in such a way that we become miserly. Even if we give very grudgingly, and whenever we give only on business terms. It is not sharing. We give only to get more. It is always a bargain. That is not true giving. True giving means the sheer joy of giving, with no motivation, not as a means but an end unto itself. Then life becomes a song. If you can love for no reason at all, if you can be friendly even to strangers, and all are strangers. You may have lived with a person for 10 years, but still 2 strangers have lived together for 10 years, that's all. But the strangeness never disappears. There's no way to destroy it. And it is good because it gives individuality to each person, uniqueness and unpredictability. Give wholeheartedly as much as you can. That's what I mean by a little song. Don't hold it in, express it, just like the birds in the morning. The birds don't care whether anybody is listening or not. They don't care about the audience. They are not singing to get something in return. They're simply singing out of joy. The sun has risen, the morning has come again, and the night is over, and they're all song, they're all dance. This is the real way to live, each moment of rejoicing, rejoicing in life, and sharing with whomsoever you happen to be, with the tree, with the animal, with the rock, share.
That is true. Oftentimes at work, or before going to work, I have an attitude of what I want to run into when I get to work. But after I arrive at work, everything is different than I had presupposed it was going to be when before I arrived. And the people that I work with are not the most gracious individuals, but I have to rise above that. And sometimes I have to dig inside myself. But I find that as the day proceeds, that it becomes easier to give and express, comfort for them. And it's like we're all strangers, and we work with most of them 15 years. But it's kind of like working, dealing with strangers at times. But, as the day unfolds, it becomes easier to express myself or to open to them, so that they're comfortable. And I am comfortable among them, but even at home, it's like that as well. 15, 23 years, 26 years, matter of fact, feel like strangers. But it becomes easier as the day proceeds. So I find that true.
Day 120. Existence is like an ocean, and we are waves dancing in the sun, singing in the sun, disappearing again and again, and appearing again and again. There is no birth, no death. We are eternal. Only superficially does it appear that a wave is born and then dies, but that is just superficial because it always remains the same. Sometimes it is manifest, sometimes it is rising toward the sun, with a deep longing to touch the sky, to reach the stars, and the next moment is relaxing deep into the ocean, resting. Death is rest, and when rest is over, the wave rises again. It is eternal reoccurrence. We go on coming again and again and again. There is no need to be afraid of death, because death is false, and naturally, birth is false also. We existed before birth, and we still exist after death. Once you start feeling this, not believing, but experiencing this, all fear disappears, and the energy that is involved in fear is released and becomes love. It is the same energy as that which becomes fear. Once fear is no longer there, tremendous energy is released, and that energy becomes love. It starts radiating through you, reaching other people. You start overflowing with love. Day 121. Life is an opportunity to realize yourself. It is possible to miss it, and many do. Only a few, very rare people fulfill it. Those few who fulfill it are the ones who enter their inner world. To go on remaining unconcerned about money, power, and prestige is a sheer wastage. One's primary concern should be to know, who am I? Don't feel contented till you have known. Make a great decision at the innermost core of your being. I have to attain it, because that very decision becomes
becomes a seed.
Day 122. Life is a journey, a pilgrimage. It is not static, it is dynamic. It is always moving toward the unknown. But because of our fear, we cling to the known and do not allow life to move. We do not give it enough freedom to go on rushing toward the unknown. We go dancing toward the ocean. It is like a river where we make it into a pond. And to become a pond is a death. To remain a river is to remain alive. Ponds never reach anywhere. They only dry up. They become muddier and dirtier. And they stink because they are stagnant. They can't remain fresh. They can't remain pure. The river remains pure, fresh, flowing. And there is joy because there is always a surprise awaiting you. There is wonder. What is going to happen next? Every moment life is a surprise, an unending surprise, an unending suspense, a mystery which knows no beginning and no end. Day 123. Man only thinks that he dies. Death is a fallacy. No one has ever died and no one has ever been born. Birth and death are both episodes in eternal life. Birth is not the beginning and death is not the end. You were before birth and you will be after death. To remember it, to realize it, is the whole purpose of religion. To experience immortality is the only way to get rid of all fears and anxieties because they are all rooted in the fear of death. Once you know there is no death and no birth, you are free from fear, you are free from hell, you are free from all kinds of nightmares. A great peace settles in, and that peace is not the peace of a cemetery, it is a peace which sings and dances and celebrates. It is a peace full of life. Day 124. Meditation is just a way, a method, a technique to discover your way back home. It is inside you. It has always been there and it will always be there. You can go on wandering everywhere. You will remain in darkness unless you come back to your own being. unless you turn in and see your own self. The moment you see yourself, all is light. And from that moment, there is no darkness, no blindness. Everything is as clear as can be. All problems disappear. Life becomes a sheer celebration. Meditate more and more. Make it a point that whenever you have time, you give it to meditation. The first preference should be meditation.
How long should meditation be if you do it in the morning?
As long as you want it to be. Try 10 minutes.
Oh.
I think that meditation is all inside of us. But the thing is discovering and how to utilize it. That's the thing, a lot of people really don't know what is meditation. And they confuse it with concentration, they confuse it with being silent, they confuse it with being praying. They really don't know what it really stands for. But if we all got it, you just got to discover it and how to put it to good use. And to me, there's different type of meditation. There's meditation in which you could be in a dark room, quiet, and just breathe in, relax. Or the higher level meditation to me will be like doing the opposite, being around noise, light, crowd. And if you could be calm in a situation like that, when you face death and really you're supposed to do what you got to do, you're gonna be paying attention to what you really got to do, because now you meditated. You meditated with your eyes open. Because a lot of time I faced death in my past, and I didn't know I had meditation on me until I discovered what it is when I came here. Well, a lot of times I faced death that I almost died, and I find a way to calm down while I was in the process of losing my life. And it saved me a couple times. And once you understand that and you put it together with meditation and at the higher level meditation, where you get in a confrontation with somebody trying to take your life, or even sparring, because when you're sparring you go through so much emotions, fear, anxiety, ego, nervousness. But when you've meditated on the higher level like that, you're always in control, like to think and do what you have to do properly. And I think people need to discover what is meditation before they go acquire the body.
Bank, what you want to work on?